Welcome to your magic moon message. This is the peace dealer. The moon is in Taurus, the sun is in Cancer, and we're closing out Cancer season. This is actually the season and period that Leo calls pre-Leo season. Leo is actually really asleep during this season. They're getting ready for their debut on the red carpet. So you might see them starting to get prepared by the makeup artists. And yeah, lots of drama getting ready to ensue. And basically, whatever drama you think that we have experienced now, actually, it's not drama compared to the drama we're going to socially and collectively step into. We start Leo season off with the Pluto and Aquarius opposition, sextiling Uranus and Gemini, trining Saturn. The shit is going to be drama central. I can actually be vague here and not even specify what I mean by drama, because it's just going to be that much drama. So yes, this is the calm before the storm. The moon's going to go into Gemini and it's going to stir up the waters, choppy waters, and then it's going to go into Cancer while the sun is in Leo. We'll have that balsamic phase, and then boom, baby, we start one of the most dramatic Leo seasons of all time until next year, which will actually be the most dramatic Leo season of all time. So I hope you enjoyed this Cancer season, and the diabolical work with which it has served to change the direction of what you feel about yourself, who you feel you are. I know a lot of motherfuckers try to test you this season. I know a lot of motherfuckers tried you this season. I know a lot of people felt like you were someone to play with, and each and every single one of them learned the hard way that when they mess with you, they mess with God's own. Okay, I wanted to say the G word. All right, let's not use the G word if that's too sensitive. They messed with the wrong one. That one's way harder. When they mess with you, they realize they mess with the wrong one. And actually, that's not like a joke. Like, there are a lot of people who are reeling right now just because they fucked with the reality of you and the concept of you. The reality of you relative to anybody over the past 90 days, all right, specifically Aries season, who has treated you, taken actions, and or dealt with you in a way that is less than who you are. And then the concept of you representative to the thoughts, the ideas, and the beliefs that you have maintained integrity through Saturn and Pisces, and that the actions that they do go against that in concept, meaning that there are people who you are having battles with who you will never meet a single day in this life. But you emit frequencies that represent something through your actions. They represent frequencies that could be counterbalanced to that. And your frequencies, even at a non-local level, affect each other, compound that by the billions of other people who live on this planet. And that also works for those who are like-minded. This is how people find themselves and create communities. So yeah, really interesting wave we have kicked off. The square to Saturn has really done its work relative to integrating not only this brand new age and era, but also the deeper understanding of your character and how this integrity of self is going to have you really define not only the face of who you are in this next era and how that fits into these these territories all built on stolen land. And I'm not necessarily talking about like America. Everyone likes to say America does that. Every country. There's no territory or country that hasn't acquired its land through insert controversial reasoning, blank, blank. I'm not even here to say that that's right or wrong. Imperialism, neocolonialism, colonialism. All these things were destined to happen, whether you like them or not. It was just all part of the storyline, guys. So yeah, but that doesn't really change the facts. So these are very complex reasonings that some people like to really put a band-aid on and just say, this is my beliefs, these are my nationality, these are my ethics, I identify like that. And millions of people all over the world are waking up to the fact that, well, that was never true. And who and what you are has existed long before these concepts, before you even had a family lineage. Because you're not your name, you're not your nationality, you're not your culture, you're not your heritage, you're not a number, you're not necessarily your gender, you're not your sex, you're something that can't be quantified, can't be measured, can't necessarily even be bound to time. And thankfully you have the rest of your life to figure out what the fuck that is, you. And you get to define that too. So I hope this Cancer season has allowed you to color that vessel of yourself in with sincere emotions that reflect who you are, which because we just went through Aries season, and now Saturn's doing that construction, and Neptune is reimagining every blockage relative to you that tricked yourself into believing you're separate from anything else around you. Oh my God, that was a lot of jargon. That being said, the moon in Taurus is coming into this 300-degree angle. This is Aquarius signature. You are literally manifesting the rewards of new psychic powers you've not only begun to evolve with the rest of the collective, but now are actively manifesting, completing the natural manifestation of these psychic powers through coming into a natural receptive, or let's just say physiological receptivity through your 5 senses of these new psychic powers. Especially as it goes into Uranus, the telepathy is hitting stronger. Your clair senses are much more pronounced. You have psychic smelling, psychic sight, psychic hearing. It's not like it is in the TV shows. Much of this phenomena takes place at picosecond lengths, and as we actually grow through the rest of the decade, you'll see this exponentially strengthen. It will induce psychosis in some of you if you haven't necessarily built foundations and beliefs to accept that you are way beyond more what you were told you are. For those of you who have, this is going to be very liberating. For those of you who have yet to break through, this is going to be very terrifying, because now you're forced to deal with it, and it's nothing you were ever taught, but it's you. You should be A-okay. When I say that these are rewards, I mean rewards. Financial, monetary rewards, a sense of self-confidence and esteem. Remember, we had this new moon with Jupiter like 3.5 weeks ago, so we are done with the transit. We're done with the season. When I say this is a natural manifestation, it is a natural manifestation and completing. We're completing a natural manifestation of psychic senses, psychic awareness, psychic power, sincere awareness, a sense of really the subtle dynamics that you don't see, are not tangible, but you feel. All right. So this is necessary so that we could step into Leo season. Now that we understand what to feel about ourselves, we're going to be dramatic as fuck with it in Leo. Leo is not a bitch. Leo is not a pussy. Even the cowardly lion is still a fucking lion. It could, you know what a lion could do. So this is going to be the season where you're expressing your, this is going to be the first season where you really start to see what's popping. Okay, everything. I want you to look at this new season from late March up until now, and it's just the introduction. This was to just set all the pieces in place. It gets lit now. That's why Leo doesn't even recognize Cancer season. They're like, what? Is it our season yet? Man, wake us up when it's our season. Yes, they're bougie. Yes, that's narcissistic, but they're also the main character, guys. So it's not like they're wrong. Leo does get it popping. And this is where you're going to really start to integrate these new talents based off these new powers, based off this new identity. No, Cancer, we fuck with you. People gonna hate on the first 4. It's Cancer, don't mind that. Don't mind Leo. Leo has superstar syndrome. But Leo is also the main character. So, the people are getting ready to pop out. This is the first of the social shines. We're going to have to start to come outside. And it's going to be revolution-based because of Pluto opposite Aquarius. Regardless, guys, this is where shit's about to get lit. So everything up until this point was to just define your character, to get ready to integrate it, break it through. Get all the necessary characters ready for this year. The plot has been set, the conflicts have come up, and if we don't end up in World War III by this year, it's probably gonna happen this next year with the Sun-Uranus conjunction in Gemini. But that being said, who cares about that? Because you're getting ready to fully define what it means to be a part of this new era and age, and you have new attributes and powers to boot as well. All of this are going to become new techniques. They're going to become new lifestyle mechanics. They're going to become new behavioral patterns that you begin to integrate during the eclipse in Virgo. So just keep that in mind. Leo is really just the last stage there where we actually integrate a talent, something we really love to do, so that incorporates Aries through Cancer, our identity, value, Taurus, ideas, Gemini, feelings, Cancer, so that, of course, we put all that together. And as we put all that together, it puts you in a position to creatively express that before in Virgo you master it. All right. Oh my God. Wow. So with that being said, I think a whole lot of how the end of this Cancer season is going to really come around is to really show you what's been creeping up within you. A lot of this, of course, is emotional and internal. So it's going to pop up with this moon in Taurus. It's going to be tangible. We have not enacted the Aquarius signature yet. So you're still manifesting the accomplishments. You're still manifesting and completing this sense of natural groundedness, especially in the face of those psychically projecting at you. What used to really trigger you doesn't really trigger you as much when you know who you are and you can feel it too. And it's helping you feel a lot of clarity. If you're not feeling that, it's because you're taking too serious the idea people have about you versus who you really are. And you have to remember who you are. You're not somebody's idea of you. You're a living, breathing person. You're a living, breathing being. So yeah, congratulations in advance. A lot of you think that shit is hitting the fan. A lot of you think that shit isn't working out for you because you're lying to yourself. And I think a transit like this is going to show that you've made the decisions you've made because you actually are invested in doing better for yourself. And yeah, sometimes external circumstances can make it look like certain things can't happen, but you have the will, so there is a way. And that way is going to be naturally grounded for you to achieve a lot of what you kind of built and activated. All right, so when we come into the end of this moon in Taurus, we're going to activate the Taurus signature. It's immediately going to manifest the rewards. It's going to go into Gemini, and you'll start to experience the final facet of this tool. Of course, then the moon will go into Uranus. Shit's going to get fucking crazy. But we'll talk about that moon in Gemini. Yeah. We still have Venus in Gemini. We still have Mercury getting ready to retrograding now in Leo, which is just going to reevaluate what kind of timing we want to really project ourselves. How ratchet do we want to be? How kind of like creative do we want to be in our expression? Mars is going to still give us the strategic element of how we take action. But all this is going to really get moved together, especially when the moon trines Virgo, Mars in Virgo. This is going to take that natural understanding and give you the grounded footing to really approach how with Mars in Virgo, you'll really shape this action orientation analytically with this grounded understanding. And you can look forward to your manifestation being so much more on point because you're going to be so much more aligned relative to what you feel and who you feel you are and what you feel you can do with all that. Okay? Anyway, you guys stay blessed as always. Comment down below what you're excited to step into. What you are excited to have accomplished about this Cancer season. What is what you felt you could achieve? And how are you already feeling the bridge of incidents? If you're saying that, oh, I don't see anything, you fundamentally don't understand the concept, but you're doing it wrong. Go back again and look in the mirror and tell yourself, what do you mean I already got it, right? Feel it, don't feel it. If you feel delusional saying that, welcome to the club. You guys stay blessed as always. Until next time, congratulations. Peace.